Good morning, everyone. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Wednesday, or not Wednesday, sorry, a Tuesday morning webinar. I hope everyone is doing well so far. So I share with you the link of the podcast. If you haven't the chance to listen to it yet, please make sure you do so. Very valuable content again from the fundamental part, of course. And for those who are new to trading, just to let you know that every first Friday of each calendar month, we have the non-farm payroll event. Exceptions only if the first calendar day it happens to be Friday, then we move it to the next week. But that happens from memory just maybe once a year. So we're going to have the non-farm payroll event. For those who know, this is one of the most important event for Forex traders, because volatility just explode. And yeah, that will be an exciting week. Also, we have some GDP events and so on. So please make sure you listen to the podcast and you're going to understand everything. Just a reminder, if you don't have access to the MT5 platform due to not availability to download it from the MT5 from the Google Play anymore, so please make sure you download your Admirals mobile native application. And just to make sure that this content is for general information only, don't intend to provide any trading or investment advice or any personal recommendation. So what's the calendar for today? Tuesday. Hello, Cherry, Anka, Jasper, Darshan, Mr. Darshan, Kalimera. Kalimera, it's the good morning in Greek. And obviously, we have some friends here. They like to learn foreign languages, right, Darshan? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the calendar for today. The major new events for today: GDP growth, annual rate, and for the quarter in Canada, we can see some volatility picking up around the New York session here. Inflation in Germany estimated to remain the same at 10.4%. And as we stated so many times, if inflation number doesn't raise for the currency, consider as bearish. And we are used to see some weaken in some currency pairs. Next, as usual, today's top headlines. Fed Williams says inflation fight could last into 2024. European differences over the Russian oil price gap persist. Biden calls on Congress to pass legislation to avert rail shutdown. China clamps down to protests against zero-COVID policies. Brightpoint weighed acquisition of energy capital partners. Shell to buy biogas producer in $2 billion deal. Iran arrest Supreme Leader Nissim, crackdown on credits. Google, iHeartMedia paid $9 million to settle deceptive endorsement claims. Apple has no easy road out of China. They struggle with this production and deliveries of iPhone 14. And Elon Musk claim Apple is threatening to remove Twitter app from Play Store. Now, I read somewhere that he wants to create his own mobile device if Apple will ban Twitter from Apple Store. So, hello everyone who just joined us. Hi Theo, I have to say Efharisto. Efharisto means thank you. Thank you so much, Sandor, for your hard work and very useful video. Thank you so much, but I appreciate it a lot. It means you watch many of the videos. I hope you gain a lot of value out of that. Darshan Pound had a strong pullback down to FIP 78.6 on the hourly. Interesting. We're going to have a look soon. And as for the non-farm payroll event, definitely we do expect some weakness in the dollar, at least based on the forecast. And to be honest, guys, lately all the time the forecast estimates that less payrolls added to the USA economy for the previous month, but over the sudden when the event comes out, always it's positive. So maybe we can experience the same thing this month as well. Time to go to the MT4 platform, and we will start with the dollar index. Yesterday, we say many times that we trade what we see and not what we feel, not what we think. Okay, price action and prices, discounts, everything what we see on the chart. It reflect what we, better to say it differently, what we heard on the TV, on the news, fundamental, political, geopolitical, everything. All these events, they are discounted by the price action, by the trends in the markets, and we can see them way before they develop. Then after these moves develop, then we read on the news why they developed. Okay, that's pretty much how it works. So yesterday we said that the 200 moving average can temporarily pause the weakness of the dollar. And if you remember, we say that at this point here, I wasn't looking to short the dollar because we didn't break below the moving average. Guys, in technical analysis, we have to apply what we know. And unfortunately, many traders, especially new traders, they see this move here we described yesterday. If I just covered this one just for a sec. So yesterday we had this move here, right? And we say that if the price will move and close below this area of strong support, then and only then we're going to start looking to short the dollar. Okay, but yesterday the market, it did this during the London session. While we had this webinar, the market pushed to the downside, and that's it took the low of these lows, mislead the crowd that yes, we broke below, we are going short. But for us, as I told you about bullish and bearish engulfing candles, the market just reversed in the New York session, took the high, closed higher, and that's an indication of a strong bias in the market. Now, we have this short-term double bottom, and we have this bullish engulfing here in the market. Now, we said that we trade double bottom in an uptrend just from this area. Usually as a reversal pattern, we want to trade double bottom when it's going to break this neckline here. Okay, because this considered now as a failure swing. It didn't manage to create a new low, to create a new swing. And if the market is going to come all the way here and it's going to break above, then we consider that a double bottom completed. And then we can start looking for buys around this area here. But for now, if some people, because I know many traders, they are trading double bottoms purely like this, but professional traders, when they do so, they reduce their size, position size, because at this point here, we are still in a downtrend. We are not in the development of a new uptrend. We are in a downtrend. The market can do like this and can continue down. Okay, it can do this descending triangle, continuation pattern to the downside, it breaks to the downside and continues. All right, so it's not high probability trade to enter right here long. It can work as a long position, definitely, but it's not high probability trade. So if we want to trade it to the upside, or at least on the intraday time frames, pound dollar, as we said, euro dollar, and so on, if we want to trade against the dollar on the intraday, we have to monitor the dollar index. If the dollar index, it's going to get some bullishness here today and it's going to come to approach this level, then we're going to get out of our position, because we don't know if sellers are waiting here with the limit orders, sell limit orders to enter short. All right, so we have to be careful with this stuff. I hope it makes sense for everyone. So for now, we see temporarily a strong dollar, okay, based on this pattern. Now, I also want to short the pound, the euro, and the rest, but I will do it mindful because this is a low probability. Okay, I'm going to still trade it, but with reduced trading size. Let's have a look at the DAX, and I will show you a few trades I initiate today, to be honest. Let's have a look at the DAX. We have this trend line here, higher highs, higher lows. Market is trying to push to the upside from this trend line. For me, it's not very reliable, this move here, because we didn't see any kind of recognized pattern in this consolidation. So I'll just be very mindful to do something with the DAX at this moment. But if you want to position with some good trades here, the 4-hour chart, we broke this neckline, this trend line here. If we're going to close above, we can maybe initiate a buy position, stop somewhere below, try to get 221 until this level here. Okay, I'm not saying that I'm going to do it, but because the best entry was down there in this candlestick, but it was too early here, so I'm not going to force the market. FTSE, we touched this area of resistance, so we can experience some retracement now, and we still have another area of resistance here. That's very messy. At this time, we don't have room to do something. The trade played off. Dow Jones, remember we said yesterday we are out of our positions here completely because we reached our final target. Now, if the market is going to create a correction, it's going to correct itself and then it's going to push to the upside. We're going to see it somewhere maybe. Now that was very, very steep. So we have this cluster of a broken trend line resistance. Now it can act as support, and then we have this inside support. So if we draw a fib from this swing low to this swing high, yep, we have this area, guys. We can watch around this area, either the 50% or the 61.8% fib retracement. There are good areas for this currency, for these indices. Maybe we can find some opportunities here, but it's too early now to talk about that. Sideways here on the Nasdaq and on the S&P, pretty much the same. This higher high, it didn't manage to hold. So there are two scenarios here. First scenario is to see buyers, they stepped in and buy higher than this low. So we're going to have a new higher low. Okay. So if we're going to have this, we can draw a trend line. Then we have our trend line here. And what does this pattern remind to you guys? Maybe an ascending triangle. Ascending triangle, it's a continuation pattern. If it's going to occur in an uptrend, we measure the base, the distance from here to there, and we estimate that that's going to be the minimum run of the price after the breakout, in case this is going to be a triangle, ascending triangle continuation pattern. All right. If not, the second scenario is to see the price comes all the way here, create either equal bottom or break to the downside. If we break to the downside, then we're going to see most likely the price come to this, to retest the support area. But again, it's too early to talk about that. They are still in their development. The most important thing to hold from this analysis today is that we have this strong rejection with bullish engulfing pattern here on the dollar index, and that can indicate this indicates that some strong buying pressure can come into the market. Just let me prepare something for you. Just 1 second, guys. So is anyone in some trades for today? Please let me know. Or do you see something you want to trade today? Does anyone see the MT5 platform now, guys? All good? Also, non-farm payroll tomorrow, so can set up a new move. Yes, that's right. Yes, I'm selling pound yen. Nice. I find FIP is a good low risk and price entry. I bought pound. Okay, I see. Okay, great. What about our friends from YouTube? Guys, it's been a few days. You are a bit silent on YouTube. Did you all agree to stop typing about the trades and etc.? Or it's just a coincidence? It just happened. Here it is. There you are. You see, you can start typing. I like that. Okay, cut US dollar breakout, USD Canadian dollar breakout. Yes, we're going to have a look. Theo, could you look at Copper Daily? Definitely. So let's start with the majors. And what do we see here on the pound? We had this rejection from this area of resistance. Now the market is trying to make its way up. Now on the 1 hour chart, let's first on the 4 hour chart, we have this inside support. Okay, inside support, the market is trying to push to the upside. On the 1 hour chart, we had that deep fib retracement on the 78.6%. All right. Is it head and shoulders, Rumen? Are you talking for Kuber? I believe YouTube being hijacked by China. Oh, okay. So euro US dollar, I have a pending limit order here to sell at this bearish pin bar, bearish engulfing combination with pin bar. The reason I have this so and why I put my sell limit here and my stop there and the profit target there, if this is going to happen, it's because I like to trade the 50% of the pin bars. Okay, I don't like to just enter its very long pin bar, this one here, and I have this one, the stop, it's around 70 pips, and the profit target is about 3 to 1. It's 3 to 1 target if this is going to work. And why I have the target here, because if I draw the FIP retracement, this double bottom can cause, it's a bit aggressive. That's why the risk is a bit low. I'm going to get out at about 50% retracement, because if it's going to retrace, I believe it's going to retrace around this area of support. That's why I have it there. We see what's going to happen. And here it's just mess. Australian dollar, we said yesterday that if the price comes around this area of cluster support and support horizontal and support trend line, we can buy it. That was let's say a good entry during the Asian session, but I wasn't around to take it. So now for me, it's too late to get in here, because the target, I would like the target to be there. However, this can also show us kind of ascending triangle, and it's going to be a good, anyway, we have a target here. If we buy from anywhere, most likely the target, it's going to be this one here. Okay. Now, again, based on the dollars today pattern, if I get filled on that trade, I will prefer to be short on the euro. Kiwi came to retest this support here, and now it explodes to the upside. As we see, we broke above this 4-hour trend line. Remember, we drawed it yesterday, and we said that if the price, once the price is going to break above this trend line, we're going to start looking for longs. USD Canadian dollar to the downside, of course, if we're going to see some weakness on the dollar. Yesterday, we didn't break and close below on the dollar again. So if we're going to close below today, then I will start shorting it aggressively, to be honest. This pair. Aussie yen, euro yen, still nothing here. Euros yesterday very mixed. We don't do anything during this market consolidation. Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar. We had this minor pullback. Now, if the price is going to explode to the upside, who knows? So here I use the bar chart. Euro pound, nothing. This one, nothing. Gold, we had this bearish engulfing. The price come to retest almost the 50% of this bullish engulfing. Remember, we talked about this buy signal here. Usually the price comes to fill around 50% of the long tail candles. Either it's pin bars or bullish engulfing, lower shadows. Crude oil. This signal here, I took a trade on the crude oil as well to the upside, right at this support with a stop below this pin bar. And I'm expected to see some strength and coming in the crude oil. So we have this trend line. Now, if we're going to close above this one, then it's a higher probability that we're going to climb, and I'm going to get 2-to-1 out of this trade minimum, or even 3-to-1. So why I enter at this pin bar? Because we had this support here, then this rejection exactly right here. Let me just mark it exactly. Then we had this rejection again. Now, if this is going to end up again with very low risk, if this is going to end up being a valid signal, then I'm going to add to the position going towards to the upside. Bitcoin still nothing. Euro against the Canadian dollar. This one here, we have a bit of consolidation here. Then on the break, we have this massive tail left over in the market. So if we draw FIB to find the retracement, we can retrace somewhere around this area, still where we have this support. So I want to see on the 4-hour chart if we're going to have some rejection around this bearish candle here, and maybe I will enter short with a stop above and target 2-to-1 or 3-to-1, depends on the FIB. I have to measure first. Okay, so mostly it's on the daily charts, all my trades for today and for this week, at least for now, because that's what I see here. Let's have a look at the pound yen. So yes, at the Mola, you are selling the pound yen. That's good. Yesterday, we said that we have this this uncertain environment, but regarding that, we do have this rejection here. So yeah, it looks like that's a good call. Now, if we zoom, if we go to the lower time frames, and we're going to see this trend, like this uptrend line, it's been broken with a double top here. Now the market flipped to the downside. Now we have lower highs and lower lows developed. So if the price for intraday traders or for short-term traders, if the price push here, they can maybe add to their positions. And let's have a look at the Cuba. On the daily chart, Rumen, you said about head and shoulders. Is it on the daily? Yeah, daily head and shoulders. Look, it's not head and shoulders yet, this pattern here. And head and shoulders is usually, it takes long time to build. It takes way more than a month for a head and shoulder to be built. So if we say that this is the head and this is the shoulder, maybe if that's how you see it, then we still have much more to see in order for the patterns development, right? So we have to wait and see if this is going to push to the downside. Yes, then we're going to have head and shoulders. Now, the first thing of the head and shoulders is we want to see this this swing here to be a failure swing. So this swing can't manage to make higher high. If that's going to happen, then definitely we can see a development of a head and shoulder pattern. And as we said, we measure the distance from here to there, and that's our minimum target for this security. Yeah, pound was rejected from the 200 moving average. That's correct. That's easier. Oop. So pound rejected from the 200 moving average. However, it's in a short-term uptrend. Long-term, it's still, from the weekly chart, we didn't have any higher high, to be honest. So from the intermediate and long-term trend, we are still to the downside. But we trade what we see. If we are not buying and hold trades for months and years, then for many months at least, or several weeks, then definitely we look to have some to see some weakness from this one to the pound. Okay, so that's what we see more on the short-term plays. C pound does zigzag. It showed it was templing and just now strong up again. I like FIB 78.6. Yep, 78.6. It's a big retracement. Did you enter on a buy limit order, Dashkan, or how did you enter the market? And where did you see? So maybe, yeah, maybe you saw it from here. Did you enter right at the bottom here, or where did you enter, if may I ask you? Okay. Correct. Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all for from me today. I hope you had a good session again. You gained a lot of value. You understand how we do trend analysis, market analysis. How do we explain the chart patterns? How do we trade in different market conditions? Someone asked for gold. We already talked about gold. Collins. Okay, Dashkan, I understand. Yep, that's very cool. I like this approach. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that's all from me today. I hope you have a good trading session. Again, if you're going to stick around this week, we're going to have some good, I believe, intraday opportunities as well, some volatility, some strong price patterns. So we're going to try and squeeze as much as possible out of the trades. I wish you to have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And I look forward to see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.